Hey, what do you say? Another blown lead loss. And I guess you can say that this one may not have had the same oomph as some of the other ones because the game was only 2-0 and it was 2-0 so early and then it became 2-2 a little bit later on. It's not like the Canucks were leading the entire time. It's not like they were up by 3 goals in the last few minutes of the third and inevitably lost in an overtime or something. They lose in regulation, and the last few goals end up coming in quick succession towards the third period, and that doesn't feel good. But at least in this third period, Vancouver was down the entire time, thus giving Canucks fans enough breathing room to fully understand and accept their fate. Yeah, that's right, folks. The Vancouver Canucks have lost again. This time 5-2 to the Anaheim Ducks on a night where I guess some of us were getting cautiously optimistic. The team beat the LA Kings in overtime yesterday. They looked pretty good, not like amazing, but they were good enough to beat one of the better teams in the National Hockey League. They killed off a penalty in overtime, and Marcus Pettersson looked good, and you understand at this point that a lot of what the Canucks system and structure entails is defensively minded shutdown hockey, not necessarily high-flying offense where they want to score 6-7 goals every night, although sometimes they might lose in overtime because they let in 8. They don't like that brand of hockey. They'd rather win their games 2-1 than 5-4, even though the score might be the same. We recognize also that the Vancouver Canucks as a team may not just have the talent to be able to continue the high-octane offense like we had seen from last year, right? But in this game, we saw offense. In the first period, at least, from a guy that we, in some capacity, didn't even know if he would play today. At least, that's what some of us thought yesterday when the player ended up getting taken out with the puck. Yeah, that's right. It's Tyler Myers who went out there and opened the scoring in this game one night after taking a puck to the collarbone. He's in the game, he plays, and he takes a penalty in the first period. Unfortunate play there, delay a game, puck over the glass. Yeah, Tyler Myers, man. Talk about a dynamic duo, Myers and throwing the puck over the glass. But after the penalty gets killed, guess what? The Vancouver Canucks take control. It's Drew O'Connor who sends a long pass up the wing. It finds Tyler Myers, who has an open lane coming down the right, and he blasts a cannon on goal. He does an on-the-rush slap shot. Like, what the hell? Who does that? Is this Tyler Myers or Thomas Vanek? He wires one home by Lukas Dostal, and it's 1-0 Vancouver. What a beautiful goal there, scored by Tyler Myers, his 4th on the season. And that doesn't even finish it off. I mean, he has another highlight 12 minutes later where Tyler Myers gets the pass from Besser, and he waltzes his way around the goal. He's got like 2-3 chances to throw the puck on net, but he doesn't. Instead, he goes offensive defenseman mode, goes around the goal, then centers it after coming out the far side, and Pius Suter right in front whacks it in. 2-0 Vancouver. Tyler Myers gets 2 primary points, a goal and an assist in the first period, which puts him up to 2nd on team scoring going back to January 1st. No, not defenseman scoring, team scoring. Only behind Hughes. That stat was courtesy of Jeff Patterson on the Twitters. But Tyler Myers getting points here, I mean, it's good for him, but at the same time, it's like, hey, this is the 2nd most productive guy on the team since January 1st? Ay. Don't we have an $11.6 million forward on the ice? The game then goes Anaheim's way. In the second and third period, you had Frank Vatrano making it 2-1. That was only 5 minutes into the second period there. Kind of unfortunate for Silovs because the Ducks are just kind of tossing the puck around and the Canucks are not really moving, and it was a long shift, but eventually it's Vatrano in the face-off circle who gets a one-time chance, a really weird angle, but he absolutely whips it towards the goal over the shoulder of Silovs. give it 4 minutes, and Cutter Gauthier coming down the wing ends up making it 2-2. This is a nice play where the Canucks end up getting their own offensive opportunity, but Gauthier then gets the pass streaking down the left side. It is an unfortunate read there by, I believe it was Elias Pettersson, to kind of get caught a little bit too much into the middle instead of closer to his guy where he should be. That's a really tough mistake, a minor detail that is going to need to be ironed out when it comes to defensive positioning on the rush. So, Cutter Gauthier, 2-2. Then you give it another 9 minutes, and Ryan Strome, again, on the rush. This is another goal for the Anaheim Ducks, where Strome has a lot of room right down Main Street. He's cutting right, he shoots left, it beats Silovs, and it's a 3-2 game at the end of the second. Jackson LaCombe then makes it 4-2 in the third period off of a play that I was really disappointed with. It was 4-on-4. There were some offsetting minor penalties to both teams here, and on the 4-on-4, Connor Garland takes the puck into the Anaheim Ducks zone. And instead of making a smart play, instead of making a pass, he curls and gets totally caught, clogged up by 2 Anaheim players on the boards, which allows this 3-on-2 rush to manifest. Puck gets thrown back over to Jackson LaCombe. He cuts into the middle, he shoots, and he scores again against the grain on Silovs. That's a really, really bad play by Connor Garland. He just didn't have the awareness there. Had a lot of Anaheim players surrounding him, and he just skated into a dangerous, clogged up spot. Kind of a self-inflicted turnover there by Vancouver's number 8. Sure, being harsh on Connor Garland for that one play after the night he had yesterday. Yes, I know, it's contrasting from what he had done yesterday, and we can give praise to what he had done last night as well, but hey, I'm going to call a play like I see it. That was a bad play from Connor Garland, and I think that he was majorly, is that the word? Majoritely, the majority of the blame on that goal, I'd say, was his fault. You can say Silovs has some fault for not stopping it, but, it's kind of hard to go out there and consistently blame the goalie. You can't do that in the 5-2 goal, though. Troy Terry, empty netter, gives us our final score. Arturs Silovs, for what it's worth, did make 20 saves on 24 shots against. An .833 save percentage is not great, but hey, he was coming up big in the first period. Lukas Dostal had those 2 goals earlier on him in the first, but he finishes the game off with 22 saves on 24 shots. Dostal has been a fantastic young goalie, so I think a lot of Anaheim Ducks fans are super happy to see his continued success. The Ducks, I think they've won 8 in their last 11 now. Don't look now, but they are right there, above 500 once again in the Pacific Division, so Anaheim is slowly sneaking back up there. I don't want to say they're a big threat to Vancouver and the wildcard spot, but it's not super far out of reach there. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about the Vancouver Canucks blowing yet another lead. I don't know, is a back-to-back, second half of a back-to-back. You've got Arturs Silovs in there. What else is there to say? Is there anything else that we can dive into? I don't know. Maybe it's apathy for Vancouver Canucks fans to go out there and respond to this game in the way that I, at least, am responding. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about the Vancouver Canucks. Tyler Myers was amazing, and he ended up scoring 2 points. How do you feel about the rest of this game? I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.